That thing's heavy. That is heavy, heavy, heavy.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Good early morning. Ran to the post office. They're not open yet, but dropped the packages off. Gonna get up to JPM Hydraulic and drop all those hoses off. Gonna call the boys at Lowell Steel and Iron. Have them get me a plate for the back of the truck, I'm thinking. And we're gonna put those lights on that I received from Tony. So I haven't shown you guys any of that. So appreciate you guys watching along. Hopefully it's a good day. Hopefully my work, everything goes smooth. Mondays are always up in the air. What went wrong over the weekend, what little things to do, and get yourself organized for the week. Well, yes, I have a full-time day job, and yes, I do everything else. So people are like, oh, well, why don't you work more? Why don't you get more done in a day? That is exactly why. I got a full-time job. So let's go see what they can do for me for the hoses. I think I'm just gonna drop them off. I'll pick them up this afternoon. I got them all in a box and they're all numbered. And we'll probably pull that injection pump off that truck, because as long as I got all the hoses off, which is majority of the pain, getting them all running and everything, might as well fix that leak on the motor, the drip. I know, sweat and horsepower, and if it's gonna leak somewhere no matter what, but we might as well fix the one that we can't get to without the pump off. So appreciate you guys watching along. Hopefully another beautiful week. I think rain does come in this week. I know it's raining in New York, stuff like that. Yeah, dry all year, and then all of a sudden it starts raining. Thank you, Mother Nature. Can't control it. Damn, diesel's still over $5. $5.08 here. I think they're always expensive. $3.75 for gas. Seems a little odd that it's over $1.50 difference. I guess that's not $1. That's $1.25. But alrighty, let's get into our day. Little commute home from work. Yeah, traffic, traffic, traffic. I'm really glad that not every day somebody decides to wreck, just every other. So it's all part of living around here. There's a lot of people, but something going on up here. I'm gonna go by. I'll tell you after. Somebody decided to rear end somebody else, and then they smashed down in the ditch, and yeah, everybody was out of it. Nothing was on fire. So police, the fire department, state troopers, everybody was there. Tow truck. It was one big party. Seems there's a accident, I'd say, every day that I go to work. It just depends how severe it is. But 2 years ago, when nobody was on the road, it was like peaceful. You could cruise to work and you saw like 20 cars. But, yeah. So we're gonna jump up. I got a sheet of metal at Lowell Iron and Steel. Called that in this morning. And the boys at JPM, they got my hoses done. They're gone by now. It's just the father. Some must be away or off or whatnot. So he leaves at 2 o'clock, and put them in the special secret spot for me to pick them up. So we're gonna go grab those, and then yeah, we got some work on the Mack to do. I got some oil, and we're gonna get it all done up. Alrighty, got held up some. We are back at it. Let me show you what I got. Yeah, even got them in blue. I didn't even ask for blue. Look at that. That is so cool. That's gonna look good with the motor. Top-notch people there. But as I said previously, move all this stuff. This pump behind it got a leak, And really should fix that before I put anything back together, because it's just going to be something that's always going to have a leak. So we got to take it apart. Take that line off. Take the whole clamping off of it. One bracket. I think there's another bracket right there. Take off the, well, mechanical linkage and the kill and everything else. And then pop it out of the way, get to that cover, and reseal that cover and close it back up. Oh, and all the lines on the top. Right? Not that hard. We will see. This is where the struggle's at. So I took the coolant line off that goes to the compressor head, and well, we're catching it. That had some oil in it, just a little bit. That's why it's so ugly looking. That bolt right in there, you can see it, maybe right there. So that's the last bolt holding any of this on. And then it should slide back enough. My idea is I can slide it back and out and not mess anything up, fix that piece, and then slide it right back in. We are gonna have to fix this little bracket right here, broke. That's been broken. It just holds the fuel from doing that. So got the piece right there. We'll just have to weld it once it's off. But one little bolt, and the problem is it's 12 point. And I really don't have many 12 point sets. I had a few sockets and they're no longer with me. And I'm not even gonna start in on that. So they're not with me any longer. You guys are dirty. So they're not with me any longer. So I should probably go get a 12 point socket on that. Yeah. This is really what Yanko does. Just runs around, does whatever he wants. I had to beep a few times to figure out where he was. Where you been? What you been doing? We gotta go get some sockets. Let up. Let up, come on. So, I'm not only going to get 12 point sockets, I gotta get some drill bits, some stepper bits for a project that hopefully I'll get done tonight. I don't know, it's already 7, but if we work till 11, we might have enough time to get everything done. We will see. Wow, car didn't even have their lights on. So, alrighty, we'll jump over. Uh-oh, Times O'Connor's close. Got all the goods, so 1/2-inch drive, 12 point sockets, got some stepper drill bits, some regular drill bits. I'm excited for what the back's gonna look like. Got the priorities. Hey. 2 tennis balls, always. I bet he has 100 and some tennis balls scattered. Yep, see, there he goes. He's gonna go play with it over there. Well, got the priorities for me. So it's almost 8. Yeah, it's almost 8. Ooh, Steve, you switched up the plates on us. The pizza place. You got a killer BLT club and some rockin' French fries. Look at the plates. You switched them up. I like what you've done, Steve. Awesome, dude. I'll be honest, too. I drink way too much Mountain Dew. I do love Mountain Dew. I don't drink coffee. But Dylan Clark's got me onto Body Armor. I'm a fan of it. So the blue raspberry is my go-to, but they had this blackout berry. They're gonna give it a try too. But I'm gonna eat some food. We're gonna try to get that bolt out. See where we get to. Amazing when you got the right tool for the job, how much easier it goes. So. Yeah, we'll pop that bolt out, and then we should be in a pretty good place. Slide that right out. The only thing I don't know about is the oil, how easy it comes out. I might have to take the kill off. We'll see in a second, right? Yeah. Okay, well, we are loose. This thing's heavy. I know it's heavy. I know it's gonna fight me some. Really should get this off all the way. Maybe I can get it out of the way enough to get in and do what I need. Oh, maybe I'm good. It might take me some tries, but at least then I don't have to fight it very far. So I took the front cover off. Turns out I did not need to do that. So just wasted some time there, but what I'm working on here, let me show you. See right down there where the bottom bolts are, where it's all damp? Yeah, that whole housing is leaking out down there. It's just making a little bit of a mess. So we'll get it cleaned up. Then we'll throw the pump back together. The pump it does have a dowel pin and everything else, so that all lines back up. I popped that off. I did mark it when I popped it. But yeah, just a bunch of bolts. We'll take it right off. Okay, got it out of there. You can see the oil just drips down underneath that. So we'll get it all cleaned up. Had to take the fill, so everything will be clean. Oh, smokes. That thing's heavy. That is heavy, heavy, heavy. Yeah, this might take a little. This might take two hands. I'm trying to film it for you guys, but I got the cover off. Nope, there we go. Popped it. So you can see how it's all wet right down through here. That's where it's been leaking out through it. Got that all cleaned up. Got most of the block cleaned up that I will not be able to pressure wash. Wanted to clean it all up. We go back here. This panel, it's handy of them. They wrote outside on it. Got that all cleaned up. So we'll go ahead and put some gasket maker on it. And we'll send it back together. Finish cleaning that right there. And then hopefully that will not leak in my lifetime. But maybe in the next lifetime of this truck it might leak. You know, trucks last a long time, you take care of them. So they all, I think almost all the Macks I know leak behind there, and nobody messes with them because it's, well, you got to pull the injection pump. So unless you're pulling the injection pump out for something, most people don't mess with it. But we were doing all these hoses that we got to get on, and I figured what better time than that. So let's throw this together. That is a lot of progress actually. So I got that cover on, it's all sealed up. That coolant line runs down and around, which means we did drain some coolant out. So we got to put some in, which I talked about probably draining that radiator because it had some junk yellow looking stuff in it. But that's all cleaned up, ready to reassemble. So it lines up on here. You can see there's two pins, and I did notch that one. So I knew it was on the right side, and that goes right in there. So nothing too crazy there. There's actually no wiggle room there. So once we put that on, I'll put the nut back on the front. We'll put the cover on. I still gotta, I guess I should take this bracket off right now and have it on the side. Maybe I'll get to welding it tomorrow. I got some projects to go back there. Tons and tons of stuff to do, so we just gotta keep moving. But that is much better. If I didn't do it now, we probably would never do it. My other truck has it too, that leaks behind it, and it's just one of those things you're like, whatever. This other one, it might leak on the corner, but somebody did get it off and silicone around it. You can see there's yellow or orange silicone. So I'm gonna say it's just this front one that was leaking back towards it. Once this is together, we can pressure wash everything. I have been using Purple Power and spraying it all down. So like, yeah, here you go. Here's the fill tube. That's all cleaned up. So let me get this back together. It's tough trying to get you guys a good angle when it's dark in here. If this hood was off, maybe we could get you some more light. I do have the O-Light, which I don't know how I did without it before. So O-Light. So somebody keeps asking O-Light, and we will put a link or whatnot below. I still got to talk to the company. I've just been busy. I got plenty of emails of all sorts of people that have emailed me random stuff.
I just hit that and it fell down on my head, so I'm trying not to make the... Yep. Did I make that? Nope, we're clean. Alrighty, let me keep moving. Yeah, little project turns into a big project, turns into, hey, it's 10:30 at night on a Monday, and we're finally getting stuff put back together. So, I got the pump in. That thing's pretty heavy by yourself, lining things up. So we're in there, and it just lines in. I still got to do the front cover. I cleaned it all up. That took me quite a while. I wish I had not taken the front cover off. It was hard to get in there and scrape all the gasket off and whatnot. The oil fill, so right here, goes down, and there's 2 bolts underneath there. Let me see about this again. There we go. So there's 2 bolts underneath there. This front one here, that ain't too bad to get. That back one, near impossible. We got it. I should have put it on. There we go. I should have put it on when the pump was laying in there, but up out of the way, but it was hard. Like, if I had another set of hands, it would have been good. So, I still got a few lines I want to remake. The line that runs across, and the return for the fuel line, which is this one, and the feed line, which is that one. But he's out of that size, I believe is what he said. He finished up what I had, but he said he's got more to come. So probably next week we'll pull those lines. Those are easy enough to get off. All these little lines, granted, we did the majority of the pain work and the headaches by pulling that off. So I'm gonna keep putting the lines on. Let's get the fuel injection lines on, the cap, and we'll see how it looks. Just, it's a lot of work just to fix a little oil leak, but it will clean it up so much better. We can wash that down, and then it will look fresh. We won't have any drips. Now that I've completely cleaned everything up behind it, I feel a lot better. You ever have those moments where you're like wrenching along, and all of a sudden you look down at your clock and it's midnight, and you still got to go home, edit some video, maybe take a shower? I don't know. Yeah, I still got 2 more lines to do, but they go over to the alcohol. It's not actually, well, it's alcohol, but it's for thawing the lines and whatnot. Alcohol evaporator, that's what it is. So these lines, now that you look at them more compared to a new one, like, we had a bunch of ones that were a little sketchy. Some of it's air, some of it's fuel, but we'll go over to here, and as you see, I got majority done. We got to do that bracket that is on this fuel filter, which is right there, so we got to weld that, clean that up. I did fix this spring. We got to put a cotter pin through there. Remind me of that tomorrow. But everything else is on. Hopefully we don't have any leaks now. This motor will stay dry on this side. I'm sure something else is going to leak now that we messed with it. Like I said previously, I got a few other lines, such as that return line, the feed line, that I would like to do, just so we're in a good place. That should put us in a mechanically satisfied operation. We got some filters to do, and whew, not enough time in the day. So like I said, it's midnight, and I'm sitting here, and Yanko's come in a few times and then left, and then it's come back in. I think he's done. He wants to go home. He ate dinner before we actually got here today. Stopped at the house and had dinner, and he had some BLTs. Holy smokes. It's satisfying when you take something that's, what's 74 years old, 48, or 1974, that's what, 48, I think. Am I doing my math right? Maybe. I should pull out a calculator, but we're gonna wing it. So if you made it this far in the video, I sure hope you're subscribed and you're here for the long run, because yeah, I watch what percentage people watch, like 5 minutes in, and then that's it. I'm like, well, those aren't the true ones, and the people who watch the whole video, I'm like, I see you guys. But it's satisfying and rewarding when you can take an old piece of iron that this thing lived a life. Like it's already lived a life for some operation and got stuff done, and now it's living a life for me, and we're making it whole again. And it was a good truck when I first got it. I just like brakes and leaks and mechanically stuff like that, suspension and cleaning up the wheels and all that stuff, it adds up. So it's a rewarding thing, and I do love our models. So we'll have a fleet of them someday. Not today, but someday. But alrighty, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna get out of here. We got some more work on this tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. We got a lot of things we got to do. So, well, I appreciate you guys watching along, liking, subscribing. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.